No, hold on.
Darna. And instead of Darna,
Yeah.
Darwin.
What?
I was looking up some history about Darna. Like that was first before Wonder Woman.
That's right.
Oh, darn it. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
like literally like this. It goes in here and it goes out there.
They always say that in elementary school, so I always keep it in my head, my heart.
Mind blown. Two guys, two worlds. This is the flip side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify every week on Wednesday and Saturday. Now, here's your host, Jason and Noel. That's what I said, you nincompoop.
Yeah, we got a guest.
We do. He's actually hailing from Florida in the USA. Welcome to the flip side with Jay and Noel. My name's Jay.
My name is Noel.
That guy over there, that's Moonchi.
Moonchi.
What's up, Mo?
Moonchi. Is it Moonchi or Moonchi?
Moonchi.
Moonchi. How's it going, man? How are you?
It sounds like boot. Doing good. Doing great, guys. Thank you so much for having me on the show. As you can see, I got my full geared what they call this night version of Uber Eats.
Oh, nice. Is that why you have that little fan going on in your neck?
I just added this because this was supposed to be with my my mask, my Moonchi mask. Because like it gets hot in the suit, so I got this little thing to cool me down when I'm working it.
Oh, that's actually clever. That's
Oh.
clever.
I hope you don't mind me getting into it already, Jay. But how did you get into that whole act? Were you egged on by one of your aunties, your titas, or?
Where did where did Moonchi the monkey come from?
Okay, so this is how it all started. I was at a store and I was like looking for like some some hats, some clothes, and all of a sudden I saw this monkey mask. I said, "Ooh, I've been looking for one of these." So I said, I'll buy it, man. It's like only like $20, and I bought it. So I bought this, and I said after a few months later, I was doing some video reels, and like I was like, why don't I try this mask on, and I tried it with a Bruno Mars song, Lazy Song. So I
Right.
know dancing to it, and then all of a sudden it just went off, and then like I started making reels over and over until everyone knew me as Moonchi
Right.
as a. But before I got the name, I said, what should I name myself? And I said, when I was a little kid back in the Philippines, I was like 3 to 4 years old, 2 years old. I always have this Moonchichi, monkey.
Moonchi.
That
Alright.
Isn't that a character?
Yeah, the doll, because I was always holding a monkey doll.
Right.
And so what happened was like they always call me Moonchi Moonching. So they always call me that. So I was like, this could be my last artist name as let me think. I can probably put a moon and then Tai Chi. And I was like, maybe Moonchi. I was like, okay. So I just make it Moon Chi. One to get like Monchi. So I was like, there you go. They came up with the name Moonchi. So
Nice.
I
Nice.
can already hear the voice of your tita. It's like munching. Come here, munching. You do a couple of dances for your tita, munching. Come.
Can you do the Michael Jackson? The Michael Jackson?
But what's the act all about though? Is it like for just
it's for fun. I mean, like like I did some skits of like I created some skits. I think with some come up with like different characters and like
Right.
all of a sudden I was actually getting monetized, paid by Facebook,
yeah.
and yeah. So I mean, one of my first video before I did Moonchi was like a card trick, and the card trick that came up to like
Right.
1,000. Like the next day 10,000, and then
Well,
and then
hold up. So it wasn't about the music yet.
well, the music. Well, I mean, so Moonchi was all later on, but the music thing was like
So
Um,
Moonchi's pretty recent. Is that
recently,
correct?
from last year. Yes.
Yeah. So
Wow.
the
So
music has been
coming-
like sort of in the background.
Yes. Well, I've done like when I was in Virginia. I had a production like label name. We
Right.
was registered, and I was like I was thinking like I should come up with like a team and like creating different performers and put them all together and have a show.
Right.
And I was in the groups and stuff like that. So yeah.
So this took fruition with the whole music career way before Moonchi the Monkey.
Mm.
So as far as I understand, I've been following you for a couple of years as well since we've met, basically, right? So you've had different names, stage names, basically.
Right.
Does each stage name have a direct correlation or connection to a certain stage of your music career? Because it changed like what from when I've known you like 3 times, right?
Yeah. It's like John Rhythm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it about um changing the name so much that was it such a big effect to how your music career or your entertaining career was going that you had to change it so much?
Yes. Actually, yes. Well, I mean, like since I was like when I was younger,
Right.
playing the saxophone back in 94, 95, 96, they were saying, "Oh, they should call you Johnny F, like Kenny G." So I was like, "Okay, I'll go with Johnny F." And then I was like, as I went to some like R&B groups and like and like I said, "Oh, we'll have different nicknames. So yours is Fusion, yours is Ace, yours is Bass, and yours is Loki, and I'll call myself Jukebox." And that was back in 2004 when we created a
Nice.
group, Rhythm and Flow, and then after we kind of separated a little bit and came back, I was like thinking, I'll just name myself, John Rhythm. So I'll keep my group name with the rhythm, Rhythm and Flow. So
Right.
I kept John Rhythm for since like 2009 to like what's that
When did
2020? Yeah.
so when did the whole music the when did the first drive for your music start? Has it always been in you since you were a kid in the Philippines, or was it just here in the States?
Okay, so from that music drive, I was my mom would play piano in Santa Mesa. Originally I was born in Tondo, and my mom is from Ite, Imos, and my dad Topacio, and then
Oh,
my dad was the east side, Fernandez.
represent.
Yeah, represent. Hey, from Batangas?
No, no, no. I was gonna say shout out to Tondo. What's
Shout
up?
out to Tondo, my
Yeah.
Tondo boys out there.
There you go. But yeah, I was born there, and then I was only 4 years until 4 years old. I was in Santa Mesa, and then I flew to Virginia back in
Right.
1980. Yeah.
Hold on,
But
hold on. I gotta ask you the number one hated question by true artists, really. If you had to pick one, we're talking a little bit about your music, your performance art. What is it really? What is it really all about? Like if you had to be stripped down to just one, Moonch, what would it be?
like, what do you mean, artists? Like favorite artists?
No, no, no. If you sound like a true artist, just trying to figure out your name and what you're going to be doing. If it's music, if it's performance art, if it's the face mask or what.
With the character of Moonchi, the monkey.
If you
So
had to
if you
pick,
were to pick,
yeah,
basically, yeah, what would you concentrate on?
Straight up Moonchi.
no, no,
Just straight Moonchi.
not the
Yeah.
music, but what do you like to do the most?
Do the most. I mean, everything. I'm diverse. I mean, like I do everything. I mean, I direct, I write, I produce music, I compose music. I mean, I do this. I mean, I do everything. I mean, I have no favorite. Everything is my favorite.
That's
So
awesome.
whatever makes the people happy, and also the
Right.
children, kids. Yeah.
Which one would you do for free?
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing the Moonchi for free, but sometimes sometimes we are artists and like we have to get a little something, but to
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, I
it's, it's,
agree. That's awesome there.
it's like saying like, can I go? Can you go up to the McDonald's? Can I get a large fries and a McDouble for free? But get it for free once you add the bonus points.
There you go. There you go. But
Got it.
I commend you for that. I mean, you're really chasing after the dreams, and that's really something to look up to. You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of people, including myself and Noel, that appreciate that. That you are one of those guys who are chasing the dream.
Absolutely.
That's the important thing.
With no
Absolutely.
shame. No
Yeah.
shame.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you this. So who would you say is your biggest inspiration with your music?
Who's my biggest inspiration? I got a few, but I mean, I can't just name one. It's just like it just whatever follows, my
Yeah.
order. It completes me as to be inspired to create my own style. But I
Got
got
it.
Wesley, I got Nat King Cole, I got Kenji, of course,
Wow.
Dr. Dre, 50 Cents, and there's a lot like
Right.
Tupac
Right.
and like Jagged Edge, Brian McKnight.
Let,
So
let
I
me
got
allow me to step back real quick. You mentioned about relatives a while ago, parents, or it's sort of always been around you. The music. Which
right.
one would be the most encouraging one, or which one would be the most as close to you as possible, like a
Like, who
relative
was
or
your biggest supporter in your family?
right?
They support everything. They support everything. My music and my
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
mom loves Moonchi. See, even as you can see right here, I don't know if you see my latest videos, but I messed it up. I was trying to make the mouth move. My mom helped me out, but she was sad when she was cutting it, like helping me out. Said you shouldn't have done that because I was thinking of saving up and creating a whole new Moonchi mask, but I had to stick with this one. So I mean,
Right.
I mean, nobody said like, "Oh, you're not going to make money from that. You work in a call center or not with a monkey face." No, nobody was like discouraging or anything like
oh no,
that. That's awesome, man.
yeah, because I, for my reels and my actual show that with Moonchi and Friends, I have a cast there. We all got signed. We were signed, and then actually we're also signed with Pico Philippines.
Oh
They're
wow.
like they're new and they're like the next big thing like as a Netflix in the Philippines. So like they see my inspiration and so I'm trying to reach out as much as possible. Yeah.
Right. So you've done a lot of shows, and from what the videos and the clips that I've seen, they look like they're really good shows. Um, the last show that you did on February 17th with
Yeah.
Glock 9 and the other guys, how did that
Yeah.
go?
It was good. I mean, the only thing was like I was losing my voice. I couldn't do the interview with you because my voice was completely like getting like scratchy and like all these
Right.
allergies. Good thing I got checked up in the hospital because I said, I don't, I don't have what's it called, COVID. So
Right.
yeah, so it was just allergies, like bad allergies, and so I mean, yeah, it went good. I mean, we hanged out, talked a little bit. I mean, before that night, like a few days before that night, we picked them up. Oh, they picked them up at the airport. We met at the like a Filipino restaurant. We all ate there. I guess they were all like, buzzed out and tired from the
Right.
airplane trip. So I was
So
like,
Glock 9 is a big time performer in the Philippines. It's one of the staples of the Filipino rappers and whatnot. So you being here and them being from there, how did you guys connect? How did that happen?
for producers, from the producer,
Producers.
that they know what I can do. So they got me and said, "Oh, I can represent Orlando."
Got it.
So
Got it.
got some people in Tampa too and Jacksonville.
Is Florida your only base of performance, or do you go anywhere else in the country?
Um, I go back and forth to Virginia sometimes and perform there too. Like if I have a gig. I haven't done one. I haven't been back home since like 3 years already, and during the pandemic. And I really want to go back to Virginia to visit. I also want to go to the Philippines and visit, of course. And I haven't been back since 2002. So
To
yeah,
the
but
Philippines?
yeah,
That's a long time. Are you planning to perform in the Philippines as well?
I wish. Hopefully, if it comes through, I mean, like if any producers out there,
You need to get some bigger sponsors so that they can sponsor that whole concert and performance out there.
that's true. I mean, even my own director, Pico Philippines. I mean, he's so busy. So I mean, like he's working on this whole big project that they have going on.
Is there any way you can connect or hook up with Glock 9 back home?
Um, I mean, he's busy too. I'm like, I don't really know if he does his own. I should have got his number, but
You didn't get his number?
yeah. But I mean, for me, like personally, I don't want to intrude any artist like personal.
Right.
That's right. It's probably just do your own thing. Don't worry about, don't worry about the hookup. just but going back to your own sort of art or sort of thing that you're doing, Moonch, what's where did it all start? Like I know we sort of just glazed over it a while ago, but I guess it was good that you had sort of both influences and encouragement back when you were a kid. I mean, you're still pretty young. We're probably like twice your age already, but where did it all start for you? Like, what sort of got you? Where did the fire sort of start? Was it? I mean, I was joking about it a while ago. Did your tita sort of encourage you to dance in front of the rest of your relatives, or how did it all?
I think if you're twice my age, you'll be 80 years old.
I exaggerate, but where did it all start for you? Was it really when you were a kid? Were you encouraged to sing by your tita?
Well, actually, my whole family, my mom's side, they're all musically inclined. So,
Mm,
so like what they call this? My mom was playing piano when I was little kid, dancing and loving music. And when I got to the States, when I was 4 years old, I was more like I was like thinking, oh, I can do this rap thing. And then my brother wrote me a song, like a rap to rap on, and then I made my own beats back in the '80s, and I won that little competition I did in Bailey's Elementary School in Virginia, Falls Church. So I was like, I like stay in school. It's about that time to bust this rhyme, this groove is gonna make you move. It's time to learn so you can earn more knowledge. So keep it up, study with a buddy, and don't be a junkie, or else I'll make it funky with a little junkie. So get up before you get knocked out.
Yeah. What? Raise the roof for it.
pero pero marunong ka magtagalog.
Oo naman, konti lang.
Paano ano
Konti
so
fine.
your relatives still encouraged you or they still kept speaking to you in Tagalog? You moved when you were 4 and they
Yes.
just Tagalog pa. Were you speaking Tagalog at home or
I was talking in Tagalog and my relatives, but my mom and dad and everyone. My dad's the only one talking in Tagalog because like when my dad passed away 2 years ago, and
sorry man.
but yeah, heart attack and COVID. But
Sorry about that.
Oh shit.
thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. Yeah. So what happened? That's what happened. So yeah. So he's the only one I talked to in Tagalog. I think my cameras keep moving, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I talked
So,
to some of my
sorry,
friends.
go ahead.
No, just
I have,
like a sort of I almost hate asking this question, but what do you think being Filipino sort of how does that sort of seep into your art or the stuff that you do?
um, I love the Philippines. I mean, Philippines is even though I'm a Phil am, I love Filipino. I love the Filipino culture. I like the
Mm.
Filipino food, of course. I'm watching TFC tonight. After we're done here, I'm gonna be watching, FPJ, Batang Quiapo and all this other stuff. But I try to keep in touch with the roots because I don't let it go. I taught that to my children, my kids too. I mean, don't
Right.
don't forget where we come from because you gotta pass it on to your generation.
Right. Right.
Basta kahit sa atin, di ba? Di ba to?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
that's very important, I mean, I can't exactly say the same thing. I mean, my kids don't speak or they don't speak Tagalog whatsoever, They can understand a little bit. That's my fault. That's my wife and I's fault. We got to stay true to our roots.
Right.
Yeah, same
It,
thing here. I mean, I'm in the Philippines and my kid also has a hard time or doesn't even is still trying to learn Tagalog because of the
Oh,
parents' fault. Because I spoke to him or scolded him or told him that I love him in English. So now he's in the Philippines and doesn't know how to speak Tagalog. Like I feel like a foreigner in my own country.
That's
Um,
just you being a traitor.
Thank
it's all
you.
good.
Thank you.
So, when is your next show? Do you have a new show coming up or what?
Not yet, but I'm planning to gather more gather a team again
Mhm.
and see if I can perform at least gigs here. But I'm planning something. I'm planning something another one pretty soon. So, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
If you don't mind, let's get into social media a little bit. Are you like active in that? Do you do your own shit, or do you have like a team under you also, or behind you, sort of also doing your social media on or for you? I mean, if you don't mind, I mean, like, whatever you feel comfortable talking about. Do
Yeah.
do you do you do your own thing? Do you have a team? Do you guys sort of plan things out like way in advance? Is there like a whole machinery or mechanism working on your social media, or is it all you?
So me editing. I mean, editing and like the actual show, like 35 minutes of show. I did everything. I mean, I recorded them, I filmed them, they did their parts, and putting all the all the music together, all the lyrics, and I had to compose it that night. Constantly. I had to do it quick because it took me 2 months to finish everything for just 35 minutes. That's why I can't do the rest of it right now. But
Wow.
I usually do my own social media and stuff like that. So.
That's a lot of work. I mean, you're setting up the show. Did you have to find a venue as well yourself?
Oh, you mean like the concert? Oh, the
Yeah.
concert worked together. Like we had a concert. Was it last year? I think it was last. Was it last year or the year before? We had like a Dream Extreme live concert. Jason's part of that too. For our commercials, I edited a lot of commercials and we did that's still under my business name is Dream Extreme Live.
Got it.
Um, yeah, you and you and
Yeah, the for the kainderia, for the cooking thing.
right. I always like, show that, commercials when we, I get all these different artists from all over the place and put all that video and make it live,
Right,
pre-recorded.
right.
So,
Is that part of your whole business as well? To tie it all up with your music?
yeah. I mean, like, I stopped doing like that kind of like, because it was too much. I mean, like, but I'm preparing for another show, like, just like, artists around and,
Right.
show their talents.
That's cool. That's cool. So as of right now, um, basically, if you guys want to check out his previous concert as well, he did perform about 2 weeks ago with Glock 9. It's actually on YouTube and his Facebook page. Um, real quick, where can they find your social pages and whatnot? Where can they find it?
Yes, social media. Go to facebook.com/Moonchi 24/7. So MOONCHI 247. That's on my Facebook. Instagram is the same thing. Just look for Moonchi the Monkey.
Moonchi the Monkey. Yeah, yeah. Do you have a
That's
YouTube page?
YouTube page. Just search me up for Toy Stash TV. Toy Stash TV. So Toy Stash TV. Yeah,
Toy Stash TV.
yeah, toy like that. Toy Stash TV.
Oh, got it, got it, got it, got it.
Munch, hold on, guys. Slow down, slow down. So everything that you see right now as it's happening, you don't have a team behind you working on this for you or with you. You're doing the whole grind all by yourself.
Yes. Well, I mean, it depends on what do you mean, like as my social media or live gig.
Well, both, really.
Well, social media, like but like I said, if I'm gonna do a video with Moonchi and like the whole cast, like I would film them like in my studio and then like edit it and master it and like add graphics and everything and just make the whole show, like edit everything, put all music together. But if I'm doing a show live, then like that performance I did with Glockline, that was just like invitation for me to be part of the front acts.
On top of that, with what
Right.
you just explained, you also have to do all your social pages the postings on
Yes.
every single one of them.
Right.
That's what I was saying, bro. So
Yeah.
it's not just the art. I mean, it sounds like it's such a big thing. I mean, that's what I guess every other millennial is doing now. Like they do their own thing. But what's your not your workflow, but what's like, let's say the maybe the most sticking point? Like, is there something that you're having a hard time the most in doing the whole thing?
I mean, if I had someone to like edit everything together, I just film it and then I put the music and they can put it all together. I
Right.
mean, for me, the making the music, like recording and like performing and um just that's easy for me. I mean, that's the most easiest is writing my own music and then just like performing it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
the art itself is the easy part. It's everything else that comes around it that's most difficult.
It's
Yeah.
the post production that's the hardest, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like
Exactly.
with our podcast is practically brand new. We've only been on maybe a month and a half, 2 months now, right? So between me and Noel, we're doing everything, and we're already having a hard time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
The talking's the easy part. The setting everything up and putting everything online is the
it's a bitch. It's a lot of work, and then you have to take care of all of it yourself.
yes, and I
respect.
have to be in like quick mode. That I'm like my ADD is kicking in. I have to keep going, or else I'm gonna like fall asleep and forget about it, and then do it the next morning, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I'm like,
Yeah.
Respect, man. Where do you where does what's lighting that fire under your ass? I mean, what's keeping you going?
um, it's just like the momentum of like entertaining, entertaining, the crowd and also the kids, of course, and it just makes me happy. I'm a happy person, so some people say, "Are you bakla?" I'm like, I'm not bakla, but I'm cool with bakla or anybody. I'm cool with everybody, no
Uh-huh.
matter. Yeah. So I'm like,
That means gay. Is that right?
yeah, but I'm not bakla. But yeah, I told him like, I'm a straight up guy. I mean, I'm a father of three. You
Yeah.
know, but I respect every living creature. So
Wait, hold on. Why does that
well,
even matter? Or why do they even bother to ask?
yeah, no, but I'm just saying like when I do all this stuff, they ask me because they ask me like like you're such a happy person. I mean,
Oh,
it's like I
yeah.
entertain them.
No, no, no.
That's why they ask.
I get you. I get you. That's true, Jay. What he's saying. This like this sort of stereotype or stigma that, oh, if you want an artist or if you want somebody that can do everything,
Right.
Right.
majority of the time he's probably gay or bakla. You
Yeah.
That
know?
doesn't even that doesn't even make sense to me. I can't understand how people can equate being gay to somebody who's hard worker, who happens to be in the entertainment industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's what Moon's saying.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that his brain is like all over the place slash ADHD. That probably is what connects the idea that I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm just trying to say that that's kind of what the stigma that I'm getting also here, not for myself, but just in general. It's like
Right.
if we want to get, let's say a choreographer that can direct and also write the script, he's most likely gay,
Right.
or he's most like, there's like some. It's not a negative thing necessarily. I mean, it's not, we can't say that we're homophobic here in the
Right.
Philippines at all. It's quite accepting, but I think that stigma or that stereotype, that automatic thinking that if you're unusual or if you have a really
I got you.
proactive brain, it's probably gay.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's probably thinking about. But but like I said, like if you had to choose one, and I know artists hate this question, and I just like to tease.
Yeah.
If you were put in prison and you were asked to choose only one thing and not do all the other stuff that you're doing, what would it be?
If I was put in prison, I can't do the Moonchi anymore because I don't know if I can allow that in the prison. But I mean, like, if I'm locked down, I'm saying, I know what you're saying. Like, when I'm locked down to do the most, I
Yeah.
mean, since what I started was music, so I mean, I would have to do it with music too. So Right.
Yeah.
Is music something that's resurrected in you for? I mean, you did mention that it's basically in your blood since you were a kid, right?
Right.
But do you ever worry that writing your own music would end up causing you to have some kind of confusion with reality with what you're trying to do at the moment? Does that make sense? Are you understanding my question?
And again,
Okay,
because
let me rephrase it.
I didn't understand
Tagalog.
the question. Tagalogin mo na lang.
That's even mas mahirap.
I know, right?
Mas mahirap pag magtagalog.
Pero ito seryosong question while Jay is trying to figure his question out.
Right.
Kung if you were locked down in a Philippine prison, marunong ka magtagalog ka as in you can hold a conversation na magtagalog talaga.
Right.
You
Ako?
can
Oh
marunong
no,
ka
I can't. Marunong magtagalog, pero I'm gonna be like, like bulol, bul, bul,
bulol.
bul, sabi ko bulbul, bulol pala. Yeah. Sabi, bulol.
That's
But I
So
mean,
I
like,
figured out my question real
yeah,
quick.
good.
please.
Basically, is writing your own music, is it sometimes easy for you, or does it just come from personal experience and emotions and whatnot?
Everything. Halo halo. Sceneries. When I go out, I go drive around, like go on the beach or like lakefront down the street. Like I look at the scenery and it just gives me inspiration. Like seeing friends and like how their love life is and like everything. It just comes to me and like I just want to write it. It just inspires
Right.
me, and like, it comes out naturally. And I just like just play the music and like I just it just
Yeah,
it comes out and there's just
that's
right.
awesome.
Moonch, I hope you don't mind me asking sort of a not a deeper question, but a more personal question for me, huh? As a quote unquote struggling artist myself, don't you get maybe you wouldn't have this issue if you were a true artist and it really just wants to come out. But the common question is, don't you get like like with social media, all your aunties and relatives get to see all the stuff that you do. Don't you get like self-conscious, like being so vulnerable, being online? Anybody can say something about your nose or your ears or
Oh,
any.
I mean, I have no problem with that. I mean, like I go. I mean, I go that way every day. So I mean, whatever they say, it's up to them.
Like
So I
just
mean, yeah, they're off the shoulder. I mean, there's people out there like they're like that. So I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind for bashers. I always keep it positive. So.
how
Respect to you, man. But the question is, how? Where is that positivity coming from?
like is there like special adobo that you can get to like uh, what do you eat? Is there like balot or something? Like what is it that you
Jesus.
Darna, and instead of Darna,
yeah.
Darwin.
What?
Where? How? This you don't know Darna? I mean,
Darwin, di ba Darwin naman? Sa atin Darwin. But yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, you gotta
I
watch
don't know.
that. That's I was looking up some history about Darna. Like that was first before Wonder Woman.
that's
Like
right.
that.
Oh, darn it, Darna. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm
But
sorry.
but
all
anyways,
right.
yeah. So
Just ow. It's hot.
uh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I keep it on the positive side. So it's just I mean whatever they want to say. I mean there's if it's local, I said, what? Why are you talking about me? Listen, listen. Like, I don't want to cause, do any what they call it, chismis. But like,
Mm.
whatever they want to say, it's up to them. I don't really care. So I just
Right.
keep my,
How do you not care?
I just go on. Just like do what you do. I mean,
Like,
just
literally, like
I'm
this. It goes in here and it goes out there.
no, I
That's
mean,
it.
you don't have a tita that's like, oh, ano naman you know, si Moonchi, ano lang yan dati, it's just ano, like you don't have any tita voices going like that in your head. Like
No,
That's good.
you're not Filipino
no.
then.
I'm,
That
they see me happy. This is the first time I'm gonna say this in any interviews. They see me happy, but at the end of the day, I'm down. But
What do
I'm
you mean?
still at the end of the day, I'm down. But the same thing. But like I feel like a little bit depressed, but sometimes like not because of what they say. I don't mind
mm,
whatever whoever they say.
mm.
But the only thing is like I feel down. Like I feel like it's not enough. It's not enough income that I'm bringing on the table. But it's like it's like someone keep messaging me. But but I keep myself motivated.
Right.
Come up.
Right.
I just keep what sticks and stones may break your bone, but words will never hurt. They always say that in elementary school, so I always keep it in my head, my heart, and my So I never. That's how I keep myself saying. I always think of elementary, my dear. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Right.
Well, that's awesome, though. I mean, no matter what, I mean, you're doing the grind, you know. But talking about interviews, you actually, I do remember you mentioning this before, and you just reminded me earlier. You actually were in an interview with a somewhat semi-famous or popular person here in America, who's based out of Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that interview. Who was that with?
We had Jokoy, the Jokoy, mom, in Tita Josie. She interviewed us from PHLB Radio with me and the Dream Extreme Live local, like the main local in Florida, my team.
Right.
So we did an interview with her, and we did some, we did a song. We had a party in the house. We cleaned this whole house up, and I wish you guys were here with that during that time.
Right.
You guys were in, I think in Virginia, but you guys were busy. But it was during Father's Day,
Right.
and
Right.
like 2 3 years ago, like 2021, I think. I think 2021 when my dad just died, and then like after a few months later, we fixed the house and had a party, and we had an interview with Tita Josie with Dream Extreme Live because they were wondering what's going on here because we were like we were getting noticed and noticed and then so so we did that interview with Tita Josie and it was awesome. She was we had the other
Was
twins
that
there.
was that interview live on the air while she
Yes,
was?
yes, it was live on Facebook and also it was on iHeartRadio.
Nice.
Yes, right.
So Josie is Joko's mom.
It is Josie. Yes.
Yeah,
D.
and she actually, I believe, is a retired radio DJ or host
Yes.
for PHLV AM in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah,
that's
she did that for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, she had a really really big following. And how was it being interviewed by her? Were you nervous or what?
Oh, we just like just do our thing. I mean, like we had my studio downstairs. It used to be downstairs now, it's my mom's, but we had everything set up. I had to look for chairs, like like round chairs, so everyone's like like 1 2 3, like 6 of us, like or 7
Right.
of us set up on this the phone, and we did the interview. We did the songs, and so we're
That's
all
awesome.
That's cool, man. That's cool to just like what kind of vibe do you get from Joko and the mom and like what is it like working with I mean like throw Glock 9 in there and all the other artists that you've worked with. Is there something that you're getting from the other artists and other celebrities that you've been working with lately? Are there like lessons that you're learning along the way that you've been recently been picking up on from them?
yes more impact. So I did this I'm gonna be live tomorrow if you guys are available. It's gonna be 11 a.m. Oh no, 11 p.m. It's called USA time, so that would be 12 p.m. in the Philippines.
EST for you? You mean
Yeah.
Eastern? Yeah.
So that would be it's one of our who discovered me, Dan Demessa. She's from California. She's also like she's getting millions of views all the time,
Mm.
millions. And she's has a good followers there. And she's the one who discovered me back in 2020 or 2020 2019, and like like before the pandemic. And she's having a birthday. It's gonna be her birthday tomorrow, and she's doing a contest. I just posted on my Moonchi the monkey page. I posted a picture, and I did one of her songs on her album. I did my own cover. So when I did that song, I had more, more,
Yeah, so
more than what I used to do. Right.
right, yeah, yeah, no, like what I'm getting from you is that you're too busy trying to create. You're too busy with your own thing that my question a while ago about your tita or any other person that's like, it's just like you really just don't have enough time for it. It's not that it's going in and out. It's just it's not within the creative space that you're working on. I mean, if you're too busy listening to that, then you're not working on this.
Um, I mean, for me, I have time. So if I want to do Moonchi, I'll do Moonchi. If I have time to do music, I'll do music.
Yeah.
If I do Moonchi, I'll go make the music in one night.
No. So what I meant was just
Right.
it pretty much answered my question about you. If in case ever that you get negative vibes or criticism from anyone,
Right.
it just doesn't register for you because you're too busy doing your thing.
Right. It seems like you're so busy, and with the little time that you have, you surround yourself with your positivity and whatnot.
Right.
That the negativity that might be heading towards your direction, the negative comments or whatnot, it's probably not even affecting you anymore, right?
Right. No, I just don't even pay attention. I mean, for the negative comments, I don't really have much negative comments on both music or Moonchi, but I had a few of them when I was doing when I had that 3.6 million views on a real video.
Right.
Yeah, so that was like okay, so I don't really care. It's like the more they watch, I could have made 7 grand out of that first video that went viral. I didn't know I had to, make it you know
Wait. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Number one, I'm curious about what the negative comments were. But did you
yeah.
say that you spent something on it?
No,
How much?
Yeah,
he could have made 7 grand.
during that time when it was reels were just popping up, and then they made me monetize, and then people were following me left and right, and I did Moonchi, I did Moonchi, and then like I did John Rhythm, and then the Moonchi, and like people
Yeah,
were like every day it was like thousands of followers, and then
yeah.
until it came 20,000 followers.
That's
Just the,
awesome.
You're
Can
just
we
a
yeah,
have some of that followers?
you're just a
right.
you're just a machine, man. You're just coming out with all of your stuff. I mean, it doesn't worry you as far as sort of quote unquote branding goes. That am I going to be Moonchi the monkey? Am I going to wear this or make the music or what? It's all like one cohesive thing for you. It doesn't confuse you as an artist, like which one you're going to do. Like, do you plan it out? Is it all sort of mapped out for the next 6 months? How does that
Yes.
like run in your brain?
Well, to be honest, I mean, like Moonchi, I was like thinking, man, I think reels were already like slowing down. So I'm
Mm,
like, thinking maybe I'll slow down with Moonchi, but then just keep motivated. So I'm still doing Moonchi. So I mean, like for a little by little, but more right now, I'm more focused on music. So,
yeah.
but Moonchi, I'll do it, whenever I have time. But
Right. But I mean, it doesn't confuse you on which one you're going to be doing. Just do you run on instinct? Is it planned out? How does that?
um, yes, be it one day at a time. Whatever. I mean, like if I have something prepared for like like a gig or show,
Right.
Mm,
or if you want me to perform as Moonchi, I mean, like I have it done right away, and I'll get
mm.
it done, and I'll perform it the right way.
Nice.
Bro, you've been really generous with your time. Thanks for hanging out with us. But I think before we wrap things up, Jay here might have a couple of like boom questions for you.
So we have I mean you gave me a good idea earlier about asking you like like a lightning questions type of thing.
Oh,
That's actually pretty clever. Yeah. So
there you go.
it's not much. Let's
Right.
just say it's
Do I
maybe
get
6 questions.
do I get
Okay.
to answer the questions too, or is it just Moonch?
There you go.
No, it's just nobody cares about you. It's just about him.
Oh man.
So lightning questions. Whatever pops up first, just you know how it works. All right, you ready? You good to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Noodles or rice?
Rice.
Kare-kare or lechon?
Oh man. I, you guys make good lechon, man. Especially you and your in-laws and your family.
There you go. All right.
But gotta cut it this time, man.
Kare-kare?
Yeah.
All right. So I said noodles and rice, and you said what?
Rice.
Rice. Kare-kare or lechon?
I have to go with kare this time.
Wow.
Final answer.
But if I go there,
Okay.
and Brandy brings pulls out a lechon, I'm gonna be like, okay, gotta be lechon.
The
All
big
right.
one or the small one?
Big one, of course.
The big one, of course. The big
Yeah.
one. Hey, you know what they say? Once you go big,
No, I don't think that must be Filipino that said that. No. I don't think I'd
Anyway, okay. So kare-kare or lechon, and you said again
Kare.
kare-kare. Sex or chocolates?
Both.
Whoa! So you're gonna go take your dingaling and dip it in some chocolates, right? All right.
Yeah.
Morning sex or drunk sex?
I don't drink, and I don't really drink anymore. So I mean, yeah.
Oh, so it's got to be morning sex, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hold on.
Lights
Hold on.
on or lights off?
Hold on. I know it's a lightning round, but when I gotta ask, what stopped you from drinking? Was it like a conscious thing? You just got sick of it?
Yeah, I'm not really a drinker anymore. I mean, like I drink, but it gets me red and stuff. I don't like drinking. Like parties, they ask me one time. Okay, I drank at New Year's, and I'm like, man, it wasn't me anymore because I don't like going to like them forcing me to drink. But sometimes I'm not really a drinker anymore. So I don't even much though.
Did something
Got it,
happen?
got it.
Did something happen?
No.
What?
It's just like it's not me. It's like I mean I vape, of course. I mean I used to smoke cigarettes, but I'm done with that for 13 years, or 10 years. But I mean like no, it's 13, yeah. But beer or anything. I'm not into that for a long
All right.
time now.
That's good. That's good.
I'm
That's
sorry to
good.
take the moment away from you, Jay. Back to you.
That's all right. Anyway, so lights on or lights off?
Lights off.
Lights off. Whoa. Whoa. All right. Megan Fox or Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Really?
Crush.
Yeah.
It was my crush back in that Party of Five when I was like a teenager back in the 90s.
Right. Party of Five.
Yeah.
Can't knock that.
Yeah. Sure.
Dinuguan or papaitan?
Guan. I tried y'all's puppy that I couldn't. Oh, well, I don't know if I try yours, but I can't do puppy. Then so it's too hurts my body, man. It's too strong.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Moonchi the monkey or playing the saxophone?
Playing the saxophone. I mean,
Uh-oh.
I rather do music than.
Got it.
But I mean, for Moonchi the monkey, I mean for saxophone, I can stop that anytime. I can stop that. So do other music, but yeah.
Wow, there you go. You learn something every day. And today we learned about John Moonchi 24/7.
Good
Yes.
stuff, man. Good stuff.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for taking the time to have a chat with us and whatnot. Can you tell the listeners again how can they find you, where they can find you and whatnot?
Oh yes. Please go to my Facebook page, Instagram. Look for Moonchi the Monkey, and YouTube, Toy Stash TV. or look for Moonchi and Friends. Our first episode of Moonchi and Friends is out right now on YouTube. Guys, check it out. And also on my Spotify and other music platforms, look for Moonchi 24/7 as spelled as Moonchi space 247. And also John Rhythm. I have some other old music over there, but it's John Rhythm one named together, JOHNRHYTHM. But yeah.
There you
And also,
go.
one more thing, guys, if you guys are watching, it's gonna be Sunday. It's gonna release, right? Oh, yeah,
Huh?
so it's
Yeah. Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys have
Also, do you want to plug your oh no, just in case if they want to start following you in regards to your future shows, they just follow you on your social media?
yes, please follow me, guys. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Mahal na mahal ko kayong lahat. Diba?
All right.
Galing.
Noel, anything else to add?
Galing. No. I'm excited for you, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
again, I'm glad we caught you while you still have enough time for us right now.
Yeah, because next thing you know, you're gonna be a big superstar, and you're just gonna spit on our podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be like, can I get one more interview with you guys? I'm like,
Yeah, it's gonna cost you.
You'll
I
be
know, right?
begging.
All right, thanks, Mooch. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll chat again.
Thank you, guys.
All the best, brother.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
See ya.
Take care. Ingat kayo lahat.
All right, guys, welcome back. That was just Moonchi 24/7, based out of Florida, USA. Phil Am.
It's funny when he brought up Jokoy. It's
Yeah.
like we went to the mom right away. We didn't even talk about Jokoy anymore. It's like
Well, I wanted to bring up Jokoi so bad, right? But I didn't want to overshine it because it's actually his mom that he had an interview with.
if you're just following us and you have no idea who Jokoy is, he's blowing up right now. Jokoy is a Filipino
Phil Am.
stand-up comedian. Which
First of all, I'm sorry to cut you off. There's no way nobody knows who Jokoi is. I'm sorry. He's known worldwide, almost at the same level as Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart.
maybe by all Filipinos, Phil Am, maybe, but not every single Filipino here. I'm sure not. Like
You're kidding me.
Yes, not every single Filipino in the Philippines. I don't know all the celebrities here in the Philippines.
No, but he's like an absolute famous guy here. Like he's almost Hollywood level, if not Hollywood. I take it back. He is at Hollywood level.
Yeah, but the operative word is there, here in the US, but here in the Philippines, I don't know.
Pistinyawa.
I don't know. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying that I don't see billboards and buses passing by or jeepneys with a Jokoy flag passing through. But
Well, I completely forgot. I
commercials
completely forgot
of,
you're over there.
you're not you haven't made it if you don't have like a logo commercial. You know who Vice Ganda is?
No.
Oh, see, my point exactly. But she.
Well, you can't say that because, first of all,
I
American entertainment is more publicized worldwide as opposed to Philippine entertainment.
right, but here in the Philippines, I bet you Vice Ganda is more known, more popular than Jokoy.
I don't know about that.
Exactly. I'm willing to bet. That's just my opinion.
So going back to Filipino celebrities real quick, just off tangent here. I'm sure you know who I is, right?
De las Alas?
Yeah.
Mm.
She lives in my town now, here in Ashburn.
Is she working?
I don't know if she's working, but she has posted quite a number of pictures in her Instagram that is in my area. And then she said that, like, they just moved here. So apparently she lives around here. Who would have thunk? I didn't.
It's
because I didn't
interesting.
really know who should we ask, honestly.
Is your place like a touristy place? Well, what's the selling factor about your area? Why people would live there?
Washington D.C. Oh, my area.
Your
Loudoun County
so sorry,
is
your area and wherever I might be living. Yeah.
well, we live in Loudoun County. Okay,
Okay. Mm.
it's do not. This does not. This statement does not relate or equate with anything with me because I'm not even close to it. Loudoun County is the richest county in the U.S. where I
Mm.
live. It's in Virginia. It's old money floating around, meaning it's been passed down from generations to generation. Um, uh, I don't know. Schools is in this county is within the top 10 in the country.
Mm.
Um, so a lot of people move here for that. But also, it's a fact in Virginia that every year, at least 3% of its population, between 3% and 5% of Virginia population, moves out of Virginia.
What's the demographic for, or what's the population for Filipinos or any other maybe
It's mostly
immigrants?
white. It's mostly white, but there's a little bit of everything. That's for sure. But it's mostly Caucasian.
But is there a Filipino community also?
Yeah, there is, but it's small. It's minuscule. There's like an area not too far from here that's
Mm.
actually um like a
There's no.
small little Manila, really. But if you
Yeah.
drive about,
Yeah, I was gonna
if
ask.
you drive about,
There's no
sorry,
ceremony there or
no, Tanforan, no, there isn't.
Jollibee,
No. Oh, there is. Well, Alexandria.
which is how far?
It's about an hour away. That's an hour east. Now, if you go an hour and a half west,
Mm.
I kid you not, it's the widest town there is. my son, my son had a wrestling match there.
Uh,
I've never been in a school gym filled with so many white people.
like an ocean of white people.
Yes, it's like crystal clear. Uh, you can count the non-whites in the whole gym. I'm not even kidding. That's I'd say out of 600 people in there at that time, maybe 20.
They don't look
It's
at you
either
fun. They don't look at you
Asian,
funny, or
Hispanic, black.
they don't look at you funny, or
No, no, they didn't. Well, I didn't notice or I didn't feel it, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But they're a little off thing here. So I did get into an experience where I was a little scared for my life. I went to um, Racetown, Pennsylvania, small town. Basically, Racetown is a man-made lake.
Oh, okay.
It's made by the Marine Corps. It's big, you know, but it's like a camping ground where you can rent cabins and all that stuff. We ran out of beer, so we decided to go into the town, small town. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in Racetown, basically in Pennsylvania. When I say a small town, maybe 5 blocks long, the whole town, and there was literally 2 bars. That's it in the entire town. You can't buy in this town in Pennsylvania. You can't buy beer at the store. The only place you can buy beer or anything alcoholic is in a bar.
Huh.
So it turns out that day there was only one bar open. So me and my black friend decided to volunteer to go into town to pick up beer. We were walking outside of the bar to go through the front door. You could hear the music, people chatting, all that stuff and whatnot. Lights on. And the funny thing is, the door to the bar, it's like one of those Western doors that opens like that, right?
I can
That's like
already
half
I can already imagine what's going to happen. Yeah, so the doors can only see your feet and maybe the top of your head.
correct. That's exactly what it was. So I was on the right side. My black friend Sean was on the left side. We opened the doors together. Open it. I kid you not. Music stopped. Every single person had their head towards me or towards us. And then we were walking slowly towards the bar. The guy at the end of the bar, he says, well, you look at that. Colored people. I was like, what? I mean, I didn't say that, but in my head, I was like, will you look at that? Colored people in like a southern accent.
Was that a matter of fact, or was he or she trying to be funny?
No, it was a matter of fact because we were literally the only colored people there,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Does,
So
does that make it a racist statement?
I
Not
don't know. I mean,
not not necessarily because it's a matter of fact. What how did
well,
that come across? Yeah.
it just felt, I felt partially in danger, you
Oh,
know? I mean, granted, it was like literally, there's probably like 60 people in there,
did the
and
music turn back
every
on?
single
What
one of them were black.
what
I
made you
mean, were white.
feel what made you feel negative or threatened by yeah.
Well, the way everybody was looking at us,
Yeah.
and then the fact that they're going to say that, well, when you
Yeah.
look at that,
Right.
colored people, if you're not gonna, I mean, if you walk into a place and you're literally the only colored people that walks in, and you don't feel a little bit threatened, there's something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't know if I'm being naive or insensitive, but I wouldn't have.
No, you're not being insensitive. Maybe a little naive,
Yeah. Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. You're because you're not familiar with it.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of naive, I should probably apologize since I said it publicly. I should make a public apology to you also for remember I was
What?
making that joke about like nobody taking pictures of you when you were in elementary because you were not important.
Yeah.
I wanted to apologize and say, if that was an insensitive thing to say, but
No, I mean, I honestly, I do remember that distinctively, and I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but I was a little taken aback by it, because
yeah.
even though that little comment, it felt like a little toothpick pinch in my heart.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
got
think
too
that's what
sensitive.
make on the flip side, I think that's what makes our friendship sort of maybe good or unique or not unique, but maybe because we're Filipino, but like we don't take it too maybe it's just a toothpick. It's not like a ice pick, maybe. Does that make any sense?
Hmm.
Like we don't take it hopefully we're not take or I
Dude,
don't
you're
know.
all over the place. Take it out, spit it out.
No,
So try to explain what
I
what you're
like
trying to say.
being able to say stupid things like that that might be hurtful. And I'm doing it for the sake of laughs and trying to be funny.
Right.
But at the same time, I think that's what makes sort of our friendship sort of like in a good, sort of healthy, safe space that we're not just bullshitting each other all the time. Like we say maybe stupid and hurtful things also sometimes, but maybe we can take it with a grain of salt or with a little bit of sense of humor. Is that right?
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
you're totally disagreeing with me?
No, no, no. It makes sense. I'm not saying I disagree with you. Not at all.
I
But
think not to excuse myself, sorry, but not to excuse myself, but I think this is what I'm trying to say. It's like that I and maybe this and maybe because you're Filipino, that I feel like you could take it because you kind of get my sense of humor, maybe.
hmm,
But that
yeah,
doesn't not to say that it's right, not to justify it and accept it. I mean, if I say something hurtful, I think you should say it.
right. No,
But
and I agree, but I don't think we're actually saying anything hurtful to each other. You know what I mean?
yeah, maybe just enough.
Yeah,
Just enough to boop.
right. And in that case, it wouldn't be considered hurtful. It's more like just a sarcastic banter, if that makes sense.
Right,
You know,
right.
that's because that's what friends are for. The good
Because I was
times.
thinking about it and I was like, it maybe it might have been hurtful or insensitive, but I was thinking, Jason can take it.
Yeah, I can
Or
take it. I can
but
definitely take it.
if
But
he's not,
it still bothered. It didn't bother me. It stung a little. Yeah.
yeah,
And the only reason it stung a little is because it made me feel like an absolute loser.
and the rebuttal to that is, bro, go to the garage, check out the car that's parked in the garage right now. You
Yeah.
want to go do that? We could pause this recording. I'll give you a couple of minutes to have a look.
Why? Why do I need to do that?
Does it say loser on the vehicle?
No.
Or
Well,
look at the shape of the vehicle to begin with, like
you know what it says? It says douchebag. That's what it says.
Do you feel like a douchebag driving around that thing sometimes?
Sometimes, because now it makes, ever since I made that stupid remark here on the show, on the podcast about how I love my truck and all that crap, I feel like an absolute douchebag. Seriously.
But not a loser, right?
Oh, no. Do I feel like a loser for owning my Jeep? No.
Yeah.
Do I feel like a douchebag? Yeah.
Exactly. So just because you have that Jeep gives me the right to say anything to you. I can throw a whole box of toothpicks at you and it's not going to hurt.
Ping, ping, ping. Yeah.
Because
Anyway.
you have that truck, you basically have a tank against all of the hurtful things that I might be able to say. So if you're like shedding a tear because of something that Noel said, it's okay. I got the gladiator. I got the gladiator I got the gladiator in the garage in the back.
You do realize you're making me feel like more like a bigger loser, right? Or a douchebag.
No pun
It's okay.
intended.
It's okay. I mean, I'll literally take a picture of it tomorrow and send it to you.
And then I'll reply with a caption saying a loser owns this truck.
That's right.
Know.
Anyway, that's a good way to end this, I guess.
Right. So we're done. Thanks for watching the episode. We'll see you next time.
I apologize. That's usually my line. Well, here we go, guys. Thanks again for listening, indulging with us here. We're a bunch of nobodies trying to be somebody, I guess. And I don't know. Hey, that sounded pretty nice, though, right?
We should say thank you to Moonchi for giving us he's our first ever interview.
Correct. He is our very first guest to our show, like official guest. Thanks for listening to The Flip Side with Jay and Noel. I'm Jay.
My name is Noel.
We'll catch you later.
On The Flip Side.
Two guys, two worlds. This is The Flip Side. New episodes uploaded on YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify every week on Wednesday and Saturday.